Last night, Saturn and Jupiter converged in the sky and created the first Christmas star in hundreds of years. It was supposedly this beautiful thing to behold in the celestial bodies, and I could not see it. Couldn't see it because we had cloud coverage in the sky, and I've seen pictures online and it looks great, but I just didn't get the opportunity to behold it. And I feel like that's how a lot of us feel this year in 2020. Like there was these great opportunities available to us, like this was going to be our year, and then cloud coverage came over all of us. This year's been hard, to say the least. Harder than usual. And this time of year is always hard enough as it is. In 1981, my uncle was killed, and my family had to come together somehow to get through the tragedy that had befallen them. And the way they did that was through Christmas. On Christmas, they would get together and they would do their best to make the day magical for the kids and the family, trying to bring some joy into the world in moments of such great sadness. And it's been such a tradition in my family since then to all get together and watch videos, bake cookies, open presents. Maybe you have traditions like this too. Maybe they're also rooted in overcoming tragedies. Maybe they're just rooted in the joy of the season and family. I don't know, but I know that this year a lot of those traditions aren't going to happen. They're just not going to happen this year. And we're mourning the loss of that pretty strongly. We're mourning the loss of traditions. We're wondering what it's going to be like to be alone on Christmas Eve and Christmas morning this year. Will we be able to bear it? But for so many, this time of year is already painful. For so many, this time of year reminds us of people that we've lost, of the people who have gone on before us and are taking their great rest before the coming of the resurrection. And we're wondering where our hope is supposed to be in this time of year that's supposedly filled with joy and celebration. Everyone gets together and talks about how wonderful Christmas is, and the truth is, a lot of us, we just don't feel it. Maybe you lost somebody this year, and you're thinking about them. Maybe you lost somebody last year or the year before that. I mean, pain takes forever to heal, and it never really goes away completely. This time of year is hard for a lot of us, for a lot of reasons. In the Bible, there's this story of this man named Job. And Job's going through all kinds of crazy stuff in his life. He just lost his children. They all just passed away. Suddenly, all at once, when they were at a feast celebrating together, the roof collapsed in on them and all of them perished. All of his wealth, all of Job's wealth, it's just destroyed. One piece after another. Servant after servant is coming up to him, and before they can even finish delivering their bad news, the next servant jumps in with the next destroyed piece of property, his livestock, everything he had, gone. A tragic story, a tragic figure. And Job is taking it all in stride for a really long time. He's overcome with bodily sores. He's scraping his skin away. I mean, this is a miserable, miserable man, and he's trying to praise God in the midst of it. And eventually he just sort of has enough. And in chapter 3, he says, after this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. Job said, "Let the day perish in which I was born, and the night that said, a child is conceived. Let that day be darkness." He goes on like that for a while, but what tragic imagery in the Bible, what a plea of lament to God. What a moment of distress when he says, let the day in which I was born cease to exist. Let it be viewed as a day of darkness because of everything that has befallen him. At the end of chapter 3 of Job, he says this, why is light given to one in misery, and life to the bitter in soul, who long for death, but it does not come, and dig for it more than for hidden treasures, who rejoice exceedingly and are glad when they find the grave? Why is light given to one who cannot see the way, whom God has fenced in? For my sighing comes like my bread, and my groanings are poured out like water. Truly the thing that I fear comes upon me, and what I dread befalls me. I am not at ease, nor am I quiet. I have no rest, but troubles come for me. Dark poetry from a dark figure. And maybe we're feeling like Job today. Maybe while the lights are being hung and the bells are being rung and the songs are being sung, joy to the world, the Lord is come. We're sitting at home alone going, Lord, where are you? Where are you right now? I do not feel your presence. I feel alone. I feel heavy burden weighing down on me. Where is there room for me in your great story, O God? It's right here. It's right here with Job, with all those who grieve and mourn in this holiday season. We get together on Christmas Eve, and it's this beautiful service and ceremony, and we end it with the lighting of candles and the singing of Silent Night, and it's this beautiful, peaceful moment. But maybe while we're all singing Silent Night, you're sitting there and all you can hear is In the Bleak Midwinter. That's okay. We don't all have to be okay all the time. We don't all have to feel the joy all the time. After Job proclaims all these things, his friends show up and they ridicule him. They ask him, why is it that you are suffering like this, Job? Surely you've done something to deserve this. Good friends, huh? The truth is, a lot of times when we're grieving, we don't need friends to come and tell us what they think. We don't need their opinions. We don't care what people think in the midst of our suffering. Sometimes all we need is somebody to just come and sit down beside us and be still and be quiet and just sit in the moment with you. Maybe we just need stillness and silence. So let's sit. Let's sit here for a while. Light a candle. Read the Bible a little. Let's just be still together and know that God came into this world not to tell us all the things we're doing wrong in our grief, but to grieve alongside of us and to show us that maybe we're not alone in these trials and tribulations, that He'll sit here in the cold, in the dark, with us until we're ready to get up and move again.